What's up guys, Creighton here from LogicLounge.com. I wanted to share my quick thoughts on the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus. While I have not had the chance to buy one myself, I have played with one for many hours and generated my kind of feedbacks and impressions list of the phone. Now, while I think it's a great phone, I'll get to the short and sweet now. If you're on an iPhone 6, I really wouldn't upgrade. And if you're on an iPhone 5 or 5S or anything before that, I might actually go for an iPhone 6 because it'll be cheaper and the feature set for the iPhone 6s just really isn't there to call for the more expensive price of the phone. Now into the more specifics. While I liked the feel of the phone because I'm used to the 6s has a nice feel to it and is generally similar to the iPhone 6. It did get quite hot in my hands when I was playing around with it. I was just doing some light games on it, some other applications that were built for the 6s, trying out the new 3D Force Touch, and I noticed that the phone was actually getting quite a bit hotter than my 6 would if I was doing the same sort of tasks. On top of that, the battery life is actually reduced on the 6s from the iPhone 6, meaning you'll get better battery life on the iPhone 6 over the 6s Plus. The only big improvements that I see on the iPhone 6s is the Touch ID sensor and the 3D Touch, both of which are essential things for the iPhone. I don't think really is a make or break thing between the 6 and the 6s. On the 6, Touch ID may take just a half a second more to recognize your finger, but that's not a make or break situation for me. Yes, I use it to unlock and to authenticate me, but the short time that it does take to authenticate me and the difference between the two really isn't going to be a huge deal breaker. And while I think that 3D Touch is nice and adds more one-touch integrations to the phone, again, I don't see that as a deal-breaking thing for me to go out and get the 6s right now. It's a cool feature, yes, but as I was playing around with it and as I was figuring out the 3D Touch and trying it out with a lot of the applications that I usually use, I really wasn't finding myself using it all that often. It might be a thing that I might use once or twice a day, but that's probably it. The feature sets on the phones are same. It's just little bits of improvements overall. That's why I usually upgrade my phones once every 2 years rather than once every year. While the 6s's features are nice, there's nothing deal breaking there. There's nothing that I think that you need to go upgrade your phone right now. And another thing that a lot of people are getting very interested in from Apple is the whole financial situation where you can pay a monthly fee and you can get a new phone every year. That sounds great on the outside, but when you really dig into it, and I was really looking into this, it's not a very good idea. For one, it's not even managed by Apple. It's managed by a third-party company. And while I do have a good credit score, the stuff that you have to do will affect your credit when you go to get this phone. Meaning if you miss a monthly payment or if your credit ever degrades, then you can be penalized not only through the system that Apple offers, but through anything that requires your credit report. And this monthly fee thing, while I think it is nice, is not worth the financial burden if I ever miss a payment or if my credit score ever fluctuates, then that's not going to be a good thing. And anything can affect your credit score nowadays, and that's everything when it comes to purchasing cars, buying houses, making big purchases. Your credit score is pretty much everything. And I don't want to risk my credit score on a small thing such as a phone. I'd rather just buy the phone outright at a one-time monthly payment through my carrier or directly from Apple without dealing with the monthly payment system. And I can usually sell my phone afterwards for a good profit while getting some money off of my brand new phone. So in short, while I think it's great, I don't think the risks are there for you to go after it. And if you do have an iPhone 6, I really wouldn't upgrade to the 6S. On anything before the 6, I will call it an iffy. You can upgrade to the 6S if it's available for you to upgrade to, but you might want to think about the iPhone 6 as it'll give you a bit better battery life and the feature set there is right about the same. What are your guys' thoughts? Because I always like to hear and think of other sides of this story. Leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in our next video.